A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem village, Judah territory, this was during Herod's kingship, a band of scholars arrived in Jerusalem from the east. They asked around, "Where can we find and pay homage to the newborn king of the Jews?" We observed a star in the eastern sky that signaled his birth. We're on pilgrimage to worship him. When word of their inquiry got to Herod, he was terrified, and not Herod alone, but most of Jerusalem as well. Herod lost no time. He gathered all the high priests and religion scholars in the city together and asked, "Where is the Messiah supposed to be born?" They told him, "Bethlehem, Judah territory. The prophet Micah wrote it plainly. It's you, Bethlehem, in Judah's land, no longer bringing up the rear. From you will come the leader, who will shepherd, rule my people, my Israel." Herod then arranged a secret meeting with the scholars from the east. Pretending to be as devout as they were, he got them to tell him exactly when the birth announcement star appeared. Then he told them the prophecy about Bethlehem and said, "Go find this child, leave no stone unturned. As soon as you find him, send word, and I'll join you at once in your worship." Instructed by the king, they set off. Then the star appeared again, the same star they had seen in the eastern skies. It led them on until it hovered over the place of the child. They could hardly contain themselves. They were in the right place. They had arrived at the right time. They entered the house and saw the child in the arms of Mary, his mother. Overcome, they knelt and worshipped him. Then they opened their luggage and presented gifts: gold, frankincense, myrrh. In a dream, they were warned not to report back to Herod, so they worked out another route, left the territory without being seen, and returned to their own country. The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflection according to St. Matthew chapter 2 verses 1 to 12. Show us the way to the Father. Wise men from the east arrived in Jerusalem. They asked, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews?" They knelt and worshipped him. They opened their bags and offered him their gifts of gold, incense, and myrrh. In a dream they were warned not to go back to Herod, so they returned to their home country by another way. I thought that magician priests only existed in the lives of saints, like that Don Bosco. Thus, it truly surprised me and entertained me to watch Father Jojo perform some magic tricks. He has not only his props but also wears his magician robe and hat. He studied with a professional magician when he was a seminarian. And now as a priest, he performs some shows and sometimes shows his magic tricks even at the start of his homily. But his great magic is how he gathers people in the places he serves. When he was in Macau, he began a food program for the poor and the elderly, regardless of their faith, and many generous people supported the program. Now that he is in Hong Kong, he again gathers the people, Catholics and non-believers alike, in the church that used to be nearly unattended. They have different activities, food programs, prayer, and Bible sharing, pilgrimages, even laughter yoga. The once empty church halls are now always full of people, actively engaged in doing something, where they feel at home. Jesus, you made yourself known to the whole world. Grant us the grace that we may use all possible means to make others know you as the Word of God who became one of us to show us the way to the Father.